right here, knowing, what happened right here. Justice is what it all boiled down to. I'm just like them, whether they're in uniform or not.
For 6 months, Eddie Parker has been living in a house of horrors where he says he was brutally beaten by deputies sworn to protect this rural Mississippi community.
I crawled here to this spot, and they started beating me here and tasing me. As you can see, blood spots and all. And my blood spots there.
On January 24th, Parker and his friend Michael Jenkins say that 6 white Rankin County deputies entered the home and tortured them for nearly 2 hours. A heavily redacted incident report says deputies were investigating, quote, reports of narcotic activity at the house. They said they saw a gun, though there was no proof either man had a weapon. In a federal civil rights lawsuit, the men alleged deputies entered without a warrant, handcuffed them, and subjected them to nearly 2 hours of torture and racist abuse. Jenkins was shot in the mouth during the incident, and Mary Jenkins, Michael's mother, says her son will never be the same.
I prayed with him, and I asked Michael, I said, if there's any life in you, Michael, if there's anything in you, please squeeze my hand, please let me know you're still in this body. And he did.
Jenkins' injuries make it difficult for him to speak.
It hurt. I'm embarrassed.
Has anyone from the department ever reached out to you and apologized? Have they ever asked for anything at all?
No.
The 2 men are suing a half a dozen Rankin County Sheriff's deputies, 3 named and 3 only identified as John Does. Rankin County Sheriff Brian Bailey was also named in the suit, and he said earlier this month deputies involved in the incident were no longer with the department, although he did not confirm the number of deputies or their names. A Richland Police Department officer resigned after he was implicated in the incident while off duty.
Have you guys ever seen a case like this before?
I have never, nor has any of the experienced attorneys that I work with have ever encountered such a malicious and sadistic and egregious case.
In the lawsuit, Jenkins and Parker say deputies handcuffed, kicked, waterboarded, and repeatedly tased them. It also claims they were sexually assaulted and that a deputy placed a gun in Jenkins' mouth and pulled the trigger. It goes on to allege the deputies turned off their body cameras during the incident.
This was almost a 2-hour controlled torture and interrogation session by racist officers. They came in asking both men, were they dating white women? And throughout the course of the torture session, they constantly, all of them were using the word nigger, constantly calling them nigger, and at times monkeys.
The attorneys say had their clients not survived, this case may have been more difficult to bring to light.
Whatever they wrote in their official report would be the official word. In Rankin County, they are used to the word of law enforcement being the final word.
They all need to be in jail. The one that actually did, and the one that stood by and watched. You just as bad as the other ones.
Leadership here at the Rankin County Sheriff's Department tell me they are now having a compliance officer not only check tasers, but body cameras to make sure deputies are using them all the time. But we talked to community members who tell me they are concerned about how this unit and this department has not been talking to them.
The men and women here now are good people that are constantly focused on going out there and doing the right thing to keep the citizens of Rankin County safe. We're going to continue to cooperate with any level of investigation.
Investigations into the department on the state and federal level are ongoing. Mary Jenkins says her son fought to live after a bullet shattered his jaw and almost severed his tongue. Now she plans to keep fighting for justice.
I think that God blessed Michael to make it that night because he knew something had to be done about Rankin County.
Ryan Young, CNN, Rankin County.